Morning, guys. Yeah, I'm just here in the nature. I am just in this called Botany Bay. It's a beautiful place. There is water, there is a sun, it's nature. So that is why today I came here to record my message in nature. Today is Sunday. Sunday, it's a place where church taught us that is their God's day. You can't do anything, it's God's day. We had to go to church and you have that experience and we're enjoying it, and that's how life is. Life we learn every day. The best of our life is to be self-educated, self-education. And when everything we go in life, we are learning, we have been educated. As I growing up, I passed through churches. I become Catholic, Protestant, Presbyterian. I enjoyed that life. I was learning. I learned a lot from it. Now, I am in the stage now where I learn to talk, to be in the nature. Nature is where God is. God is here. God is in the sun. God is in the water. God is in the air. That is what now I'm learning. That is what we share. I'm teaching you where you are, your mind, your imagination. It's your God. God live in us. God live with us. Today, that's what we are learning every day. We are teaching each other every day. Somebody who teach me, Never Goddard, he teach me this lesson in 1930s. Now, in 2020, I learn, I discover, I realize it. That is the way I go to believe. Everything we do is just we believe. I was believing God live in heaven, but now I believe God lives in me. That's what I'm sharing with you. God lives in you. You have to witness yourself. You have to find out yourself. Yeah, I learned from Never Goddard, and it changed my life way. It changed my life completely. But what it changed your life, it's in your mind, it's what you're thinking. It doesn't change anything else, because anything else is control is by our Father, our God. It's the same, the water, the sun, all those here happening without us knowing anything. We don't control anything. We do everything there. We see the way as it is. As I talk to you, I'm talking you through my mind, through my God. What I'm telling you is what my God is telling me, my mind. It's our mind. Where you are, what you're thinking about me, it's your God, which is telling you what you got to think. And you have to know, pastors, they teach us, we have got to go through them to go to talk to our God. No, you here, I'm teaching you, you learn to talk to God directly to you. You don't need a middleman. You don't need somebody, commissioner, to give you to go through the God. I'm teaching you to go to God direct. You don't need a middleman now from now, because God lives you, talk with you everywhere you are in your mind. So that is the lesson today, to know you don't need a pastor to pray for you. You can pray yourself. You take miracle from yourself, because God, He could not have done that. He could not have tried to give somebody else to go through Him to reach Him. But God, when He give us this land, God, when He create us, He give us our mind the way we weigh, the way we live. If a pastor has created, a mind of man has created the way to live, to survive through His name, through His thinking. That's how He created the churches. That's why He created different churches, different religions. People can go through them. And all those churches is not anything free. You have to give them now. You have to pay them, because that is how mind of work, mind of God work. God give them everything, but they create something. If you create a church, it's a way of living. You create business is a way for good living, but that's how God has given us our mind. But for me here, this is what the nature is. You pray to God with nature. You don't need a middleman. You don't need to pay any tithe. You don't need to pay. You can help other people. When we learn from this one, when you know God is nature, when you know God lives in nature, you have to understand God, and to say you love God is to love one another. God never give. What about if you love Him? People say, oh, we love God, our God. No. To love God, it's love your neighbor. It's love me. It's we love each other. That is love. And when you know loving God is loving people. That is the message. Love God is not love God somewhere you don't see. No, it's loving people you see around you. What you are learning. But when you look at churches doesn't make us love each other. The religious, they don't make us to love each other. The Christian, they don't allow Muslim, the religious, Catholic, they don't get along with Protestant or whatever is there. Everybody want to think is the best. Everybody want to think is better. Some they do Saturdays, our day. Some other do Friday. So those is the mind of men. Those the division for men. That is why for us to be nature, to be with God, God teaches us to love each other, to love ourselves and to love nature. That's why I'm here in the nature. God, it doesn't say, oh, I love God. Yes, today you have to know, to love God is to love people, because as we are God, our mind is to God. To love God where you can't see Him, it doesn't mean nothing. It's just to believe it. It's just to believe you love Him. But what do you do? To people has created. The people has put us here together. That is how we have to learn. Loving God from today you are learning is loving people, is loving to each other, is loving nature, is to be free. It's not to hate anyone, because God is God for love. I'm saying that because I have experience. When you are Christians, you hate other people who are different from you. But when now you live in nature, when you feel you are God, when you know your mind is your God, what you do, you love everyone. You respect everyone. You don't have any conflict with everyone. You love yourself and you love your neighbor and you love your nature. And the nature is what God has created us, give us life. And give us life like anyone else. We are going to face the same things. We came to experience two things, good and evil. That's how it is. It's life and death. That's how it is. Life is going to be fair all the times. I'll give example. This water, it can talk. This water saves us. Water make we do everything. But at the same time, this water kills you, kills many people. And that's how it is. It's learning good and evil. We have to accept it. You are born and you are going to die. And that's how it is. Everything, the sun, the heat, the wave, the sun, other places could be heating. The sun gives us life. Also the sun, the heat, kills people. And that is how the two thinking there. So dying and living is a part of life. We're not going to be fear anything. My friends, my fellow Africans, we have been learning, we have been taught by our pastors to fear for God. Always we fear God. Always we begging God. No. You can't be fear God. God is love. God is love. God is our Father. We be not fearing God. We have to think our mind changing. There's no fearing of God anymore. There's no fearing to be death. Because life and death, they are together. We know that. We have experienced that. We know what about that. We know think about that. When we live, we think about life. When we live, we think about love. When we live, we think about to enjoy life, to enjoy what God have given us. Don't think anything else. Don't worry about anything else, because God is there, is controlling us. God is there to give us everything there. What is wise in your mind also give you guidance. Your God give you guidance what to do every day. Where you are, God is going to tell you what to do. You go to leave your house, you go to go somewhere, you go to do this and this and this and this, and everybody goes in his own way. I wake up, my God, my mind, he told me is to come, to sit here in the nature, to talk, to record, to talk to you. And everything I'm telling you is just coming in my mind. I don't write it before, I don't have it anywhere before, but it keeps coming in my mind every day. Every day keep in my mind to teach you, to share with you, to talk with you. That is only my message. My message today is so powerful, is just to know. You don't need a middleman. You don't need somebody else. You to go to God, to go to get miracle, to get everything there. You pray to God, you talk to your God, He's going to give you the answer. And always the answer comes. Even if you don't know, always your answers of your life. You are Christian, you are whatever religious you are, always the answer for God come through mine. We don't know, but it's how it comes. There is nothing you do, there is nothing you have achieved in your life which didn't come to your mind. Even if you go to the middleman, they're not going to give it to you. No, it's going to come through their mind. But that's how they know. I thinking as Africans, our pastor, they have been educated, but they have been educated to teach what other somebody has taught them. I want to give them a message to educate themselves, to change the way they give this message. We need it, because this message, when you know you are good, when you know everything goes from yourself, it gives you power, it gives you the confidence to do everything. But it's hard, because also it's how they live, it's how they create their livelihood, and that's how it is. And everything we create is through God's, through power of mind. You wake up, you study, you do everything there, and God is going to tell you, open a church. You go to open a church and go to learn, go to be a priest, and you go to learn, you become a priest, you become a teacher, and everything is part of life. And always we have to learn no conflict. To love God is to love each other, even if we have different belief and different ideas. We got to have a different belief always, but we can live together, we can live in peace and love. And when you know loving God is loving people, that is the message. Love God is not love God somewhere you don't see. No, it's loving people you see around you. That is where we got to continue to share. And always I want your feedback. Your feedback we have to share with it. Your feedback we have to make us to grow. This we are learning from each other. It's not going to be a conflict. It's not anything for argument or who is right, who is wrong. No, it's just to share, and we learn, and then we grow. And you keep following us on my social media, on my YouTube at Ndizeye Rubasha, and also we have the family Rubasha podcast. And thank you, and have a nice day.